And so I thought it would be appropriate to tell you guys, and not only for the freshmen, but for everybody, because I don't think we get to do this enough, where we get to talk about why Youth United. So I was just calling this this talk that's going to be quick. It's only going to be about 10 minutes. We're just calling it Youth United 101, because as you're getting ready to get back into school, you're going to have to learn some more stuff. So we're going to talk about all the things that Youth United is about and why you should be a part of Youth United. So I'm going to start out with myself, because you may not know who I am. My name is Coleman Marion. I am 23 years old, believe it or not. And I've actually lived in 4 states, but Omaha is definitely now home. And I've been doing this job now for 6 months, but I've actually only officially had it for 5 days. And so, like you, I'm also fairly new to this. I'm a college student, and actually my college shut down because of COVID. And so I was an in-person college student in a Christian college in Papillion, but now I go online to a college in California that is completely different. And so because of that, I actually now live in North Omaha right now. I've been living there all summer. I'm about to move out. Actually, where I live in North Omaha, there's been a lot of tension, and if you've heard of any shootings, that's pretty much been my house for the last couple weeks now. But I am actually moving just south of the old market in 2 weeks. Really excited about that. And I'm also engaged to Justice, who is one of the freshman girls leaders over there. We met in college, and oh yes, good job, Curtis. Yes, she's the better half. We're getting married on October 16th, which is coming up really soon. I think we saw like 73, 72 days or something like that, which is just absolutely crazy. And together we have an adorable dog named Ava. And I know what you guys all want. Instead of hearing me talk, you'd rather see pictures of a dog. So we got a picture of Ava. She's a husky German Shepherd mix. Come on, keep going. We got a couple here. Oh yeah, there she is. There she is again. She's a model. Yes. That's her in her natural habitat, waking up in the morning, and that's her asleep in a car. So yeah, so that's our dog, Ava. She's like 6 months old now. We love Ava. Also, a little bit more about me. I love sports. I love pretty much all sports. My favorite sport is football, where I definitely go for the Dallas Cowboys, and it's Roll Tide all day. So sorry to Nebraska fans, but Roll Tide. And then I also love basketball. I follow the NBA, don't really have a team. And for anybody who likes baseball, it's boring, but I can watch it sometimes. I also love to play video games. So if you play 2K or Warzone, let's squad up sometime. I also dabble a little bit in Fortnite, because some of you guys and my 7-year-old brother-in-law enjoy playing Fortnite, so I still play that with some of you guys. And so I'm not the only person that actually gets paid to be a part of YU. Somebody else here also gets paid to do YU. Her name is Kateri. Kateri, raise her hand. Everybody, that is Kateri. She's one of the freshmen / sophomore leaders. She's also a part of the LDP that we have here. It's called the Leadership Development Program. This is an opportunity for college students to come and work for Relevant and work in currently one of our next-gen ministries. So she works for YU. Kateri is 21, and she's married to Devin. If any of you have been to Rooted, Devin is the guy who leads Rooted, the tall, big guy who leads Rooted. So we have a picture of those two. That's the wrong ginger, but we were roommates in college. I've actually spent more nights with Devin than she has being married to him. So that's them. That's Devin and Kateri. And together they also have a dog, and so we get more dog pictures. You have Winston. That's little Winston with Kateri, and we also got Winston in a life jacket, because dog wearing people clothes is always cute. And so yes, we're so excited to have Kateri be a part of this and be our intern here, and it's just been awesome to have her around. But now we're going to talk about why Youth United. So why is Youth United even a thing? You may know that Youth United is part of a larger congregation that is the church called Relevant Community Church. Some of you guys may come here on Sundays, maybe you guys don't. But you might wonder, okay, well, other than to just have high school students have something else to do in their week, why do we go to Youth United? Well, Youth United exists so that we can lead high school students to live out a faith of their own. So our goal is for you, no matter where you are in your walk with Christ, whether you've ever thought about having a relationship with Jesus or you currently do have a relationship with Jesus, we either want you to A, begin your relationship with Jesus, or B, to further that relationship with Jesus. And so we want you to get to a point that senior year, when you get ready to walk out of here, you are ready to just go out and continue to live on your faith without the help of YU anymore. And so in order to do that, we kind of live by three things. And those three things are, one, to grow in your relationship with Jesus. I think that's pretty obvious. Two is to connect in an authentic relationship with students your age and an adult leader. And three is to impact the community around you. So to grow in your relationship with Jesus, what does that look like at YU? So every Wednesday that we meet, we want to give you some sort of message or some sort of small group time in order to grow in your relationship with Jesus. So any of our normal YU nights, we would just call those just a normal grow nights. We want to give you something challenging and applicable that you can take home and that will change the way that you think so that you can be more like Jesus. The second one, which is to connect, that is connecting an authentic relationship with students your age and an adult leader. This is 100% our small group time. Our small group time is when, if you're a freshman girl, you go with the freshman girls and you go and you talk about the message, you talk about what's going on in your lives. If you're in Shauna's group, you guys stay until 9:30 until I finally kick you guys out. And it's just a time for you guys to connect and just really grow together. We've seen this as a really cool opportunity for people who have been a part of a group for 4 years and have made friendships that have lasted a lifetime. Because of these groups of people that have been together, especially this group that just graduated this last year. Some of them had been here for so long that the people that were in their small group were now just their best friends. And it started the very first day that they were ever here at YU, just like you freshmen are here today. And lastly, we want to give you the opportunity to impact your community around you. So we do this in a couple of different ways. There are different impact opportunities. Last year we went to King Lake and we helped clean up King Lake from all the flooding that happened last year, or that was 2 years ago. But last year we did it and it was kind of cold, but we went out, we helped clean up King Lake. Another opportunity we get, and only Youth United gets this opportunity out of all of our next gen environments, is we give you the opportunity to go to Thailand and go and pretty much live at an orphanage for a couple of days. In a third world country that's completely different than anything else you will ever experience in your entire life. And so every summer we try to go to Thailand. Didn't happen this summer because, again, thank you, COVID. But next summer we're hoping to go back to Thailand as high school students. We've gotten to do one trip before, and it was a ton of fun for all the students who went. And it was really impactful for them to go. They even got to play with a bunch of elephants while they were there. So that's just one of the great impact opportunities we get. And then we get all kinds of opportunities to leave an impact in our community. Because as high school students, very rarely do you actually get the opportunity to leave an impact on the community at large. Right now, if Youth United were to disappear and never exist again, would Elkhorn actually be different because of that? Maybe right now you would say, I don't know about that, but our goal is that one day that Youth United is such a part of Elkhorn as a community that without Youth United, they would notice that something is missing. And so we want you guys as high school students to be part of that impact and leaving an impact on our community. We also have another leadership opportunity for anybody who just wants to get a little bit more leadership training or anything like that. We call it our student staff. These are just a few of our students who decided, you know what, I want to be part of YU. I want to live out the mission of YU. I want to help grow. I want to help connect. I want to help impact. And I want to be one of the voices of YU. And so we have a few student staff who are a part of this, and we meet once a month on Sundays. And I'm right now revamping what we're actually going to be doing because in the past it hasn't been that great. So we're trying to revamp exactly what that's going to look like. But that's going to be something we're going to be doing on Sunday afternoons once a month. So if that's ever anything you want to be a part of, you just have to come talk to me or talk to your small group leader, and I would reach out to you if you ever had any interest in doing our student staff. But then this is what I want to close with, is I want to talk about what is the big picture for YU. Where do we want YU to be in the future? Like lately, and really forever, YU has been this group of about 30 to 40 students who come together, and you start out and either you decide you show up for the first time and you didn't like it and you leave and you don't come back, or you did like it and you come back for a little while and then you leave for a little while and then you come back for a little while. And it's been this thing that's just been all over the board. And some of that starts with the fact that we've had so many leaders over Youth United over the years. But we have now a committed group of small group leaders who want to be here for 4 years of your life. You have a committed leader of myself who wants to be here long term so that we can continue building on what we already have a foundation in. And in the future, I want Youth United to not be a group of spiritual consumers. I don't want you guys to be people who are just taking and taking and taking, but we are going to be spiritual contributors into our community, that we're going to be people who are living for Jesus. We're impacting our community at large, and we don't want to just take, but we ultimately want to give back, and that we don't want to be the consumers, but we want to be the contributors. Youth United exists as for us to exist for our community. So we don't exist necessarily for you. We exist because we want to be a part of our community. We exist for high school students who are in Elkhorn, who are in the Omaha area. Because you are here, we are so excited that you are here, but we want more and more students to be here. We will do anything short of sin to reach out to students so that they can get to know Jesus better. We will do, I'm going to say that again, we will do anything short of sin in order to go and reach out and get more students here every single week. And in order to reach people that no one is reaching, we have to be willing to do things that nobody is doing. That our goal is to not fill the seat next to you. If you have an empty seat next to you, our goal is not to fill that seat. Our goal is ultimately one day to be filling heaven. We don't care about the seats that are filled next to us. We care about where we're ultimately going, where our ultimate destination is. And we want to ultimately be filling heaven by being those spiritual contributors to our community. We are a group of high school students who are forward thinking. We're going to be a group of high school students who are risk takers. We're going to be a group of high school students who are willing to be uncomfortable so that we can go out and we can find people and we can bring people to Jesus that nobody is trying to find and that nobody is trying to go after. And we would not want to be a group of students who are separated by school lines. We don't want there to be the Elkhorn South people, the Elkhorn North people, the Burke people. We don't want to be separated by school lines, but instead, we want to be united through Jesus. That's the ultimate goal of Youth United. We want to have students who don't care about where you come from. We don't care if you're from Elkhorn. We don't care if you're from OPS. We don't care if you're from North Omaha. We care that you want to be here and you want to grow in a relationship with Jesus, and that we are going to be united students in order to accomplish that goal. And to do that, we have to grow, we have to connect, and we have to impact. And now, guys, this is gonna take a long time. Just because of this talk, next week we're not going to have 150 students and people are just going to be on fire to figure this stuff out. It takes a while to get this kind of thing going. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a one-week thing. It is a marathon and not a sprint. But just imagine, one day, we get these seats that are right here full, and we got to add another row. All right, and then that row is full, so we got to add 4 more rows. And those rows are full, and we're all of a sudden, we're at the back of the room full of chairs. And then we're like, you know what? We're done filling up this room, and we're going across the hallway. We're going to the auditorium. We're going to go fill up that room too. That room can hold 400 people. Ultimately, our goal is not, like I said, it's not to fill chairs, but because it takes people to be here in order for us to impact their lives, if we can get them here, we want them here. But that starts with you. I can't go invite every single high school student to show up to YU. And I bet you if I went in, even if I did go to every single high school student, I bet you none of them would show up because they're like, what's that guy doing over here at our high school? Why is he inviting us? That's just weird. It starts with you. You are the one that's truly going to make a difference for high school students in your community. And then if you truly believe in YU, and you truly believe in the mission that we're going to go for, and you truly want to see some sort of change, and you want to impact your community, it starts with you. As a freshman, I know it's your first day, and I know you're like, I ain't even started high school yet, and you're already telling me it starts with me. But it still did start with you. Sophomores, you have the opportunity to invite your friends. It starts with you. Juniors, you've been here for a little while. You're a pretty decent-sized class right now. But we need more. It starts with you. Seniors, you're kind of like leaning back and like, we got a year left. I really like our group. No, it really starts with you guys. As seniors, you guys are the ones who are going to be setting the pace for everybody else. And so I want to see you guys decide, you know what? I want to live out the mission of Youth United. I want to see that vision happen. I want to see this room full. Because ultimately, I one day want to get to heaven. I want to see heaven full. And so when we go to our small groups right now, for those of you who are not freshmen, you guys are a part of a small group, we're going to be asking you 3 simple questions. One is going to be, what do you like about Youth United? 2 is, what do you want to see from Youth United? And 3, it's going to be, how do we get there? Because ultimately, we got to end with an action step. If we don't end with an action step, then we're not actually going to go anywhere. We're just going to talk about stuff, and we're going to go home. So we're going to talk about how we actually can get to where we want to be. Now, if you are a freshman, we're going to just have the opportunity to connect with you guys. You freshman girls are going to go with Justice, and you guys are just going to get to know each other a little bit more, talk about whatever it is that you freshmen do. And freshman guys are going to come with me, and we're going to hang out and get to know each other a little bit better. But before that, and before we break out into our small groups, I'm going to pray, and then we will get going with our night. So pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for students who just want to be here and want to live out this mission and want to be a part of this. God, I pray that we would learn how to grow, that we would learn how to connect, and we would learn how to impact our community around us. That, God, in the future, we would not just be a group of students who are here to be consumers, but we want to be contributors to your kingdom. We want to be spiritual contributors to the people that you created, to your creation, God. I thank you for the opportunity just to be here and to lead this awesome group of high school students. I thank you for bringing us a whole new freshman class, and I hope that they feel excited and they're not nervous about being here, but that they would just feel encouraged and feel like they're starting something new today. Thank you that we get the opportunity to have leaders who are here to invest into the lives of our students. And thank you for just giving me this message to speak over them, and I pray our small groups go great. And in Jesus' name we pray, amen.